Next fight up is going to be Pedro Guzman versus Jerry Gagliardi. I'm sure he's related to Johnny Gagliardi. Yes, Paul?
I think he is a nephew to Johnny Gag. I've not seen Gagliardi's nephew fight yet, but we're going to see him tonight in just a few minutes.
The judges for tonight's fight are Andy Mason from Winchester and Ed Marchand from Reading. The referees, of course, are Mike Ryan and Nick Previty. Jim Tuberosa is the public address announcer and our MC for this evening's festivities here on ABT. Paulie's got the fight card. They got a pretty nice sharp poster, Paulie. We're gonna have to get a shot of that later, perhaps, but maybe we can do it now. The fights here tonight being brought to you by ABT. We're in our first year of boxing, and we're already doing the pro fights. This place is jam-packed full here at the Sheridan Inn in Lowell. There are some great fighters that came out of Lowell, though, Paulie, and this is going all the way back to the amateurs. Where are the gold gloves held? The golden gloves are held in Lowell.
Well, the Golden Gloves is held right down the street from where we are at the Sheridan here. It's the Golden Suns, it's called it. It's where they hold all the Golden Glove fights, the beginning of the Golden amateurs, and then end up in the Golden Gloves at the Lowell Suns Auditorium. And from there to the Olympics, the Junior Olympics, or for wherever they want to go. Lowell is the birthplace of amateur boxing, and not only amateur boxing, but you have some great professional fighters coming out of Lowell from the past and in the future. And as you see tonight, you have some Lowell fighters representing Lowell, and they're all good fighters. They have the town of Lowell many great boxing teams. They may have probably 30 different boxing teams from all over the outskirts of Lowell. So it's what we have in baseball, Papuana leagues, and Dedham, and Lowell is known for boxing clubs all over the area of Lowell, and that's their main sport, and it shows up well because in the amateur rankings and even in the professional rankings, Lowell's shown in the past and in the future that great fighters come from Lowell.
On ABT, Paulie Stivaletter is the special guest analyst. Paulie, we were speaking with your son Glenn. I was, and he runs a little clinic up in Walpole. Did ABT light the fire underneath Paul Stivaletter to perhaps get back into the circuit?
Well, you definitely did. I'm excited being here with you, and my son Glenn did fight here in Lowell a few years ago in the finals, and won the Junior Olympic crown, and now he's working for a great fighter, a great middleweight contender who fought for the middleweight championship in the world twice with Ermal Griffith, Joe DiNucci, who's our state auditor today, and who's Glenn works for, my son Glenn, and Joe DiNucci is Glenn's godfather. So that makes a great combination, the past and the future. So
that combination will open a safe for you, Paulie. But Joe DiNucci, that's the gentleman that I was talking to, though, that was smoking the cigars. He knew you.
Yeah, Vinny is a trainer, a good trainer up from the Whitman area, as you know. We met him at the amateurs in Whitman, and I think he's training Gagliardi's nephew, and we're going to see all Vinny's fighters are good fighters, so we're going to see a good fighter in him tonight.
That's fantastic. See, ABT going from the amateurs right to the pros, Paulie. There's one giant step up, and here we are, ringside at the Sheridan Inn.
Well, as Vinny just passed me a moment ago, I know he slapped me in the face. I think he staggered me a little bit. I wasn't looking then. I want to get one back on him on the way out.
I'm sure you will, Paul. This fight coming up between Guzman and Gagliardi is moments away. We'll be back on ABT. On ABT, well, let's go to the ring announcer, Jim Tuberosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next bout of the evening is a 4-round middleweight matchup. In the blue corner to my left, wearing white trunks with red trim, he's weighing 152 pounds. from Worcester, Massachusetts, Pedro Guzman. And in the red corner to my right, making his first professional bout, it gives me great pleasure to introduce a gentleman that I've known all his life. He's the son of fight promoter Johnny Gagliardi, weighing 155 pounds. The white trunks with red trim. Big hand for Gennaro, Jake Gagliardi.
Johnny's son.
Jerry Gagliardi is Johnny's son here, Paulie. He's faced off against Pedro Guzman. Both fighters have white trunks trimmed in red. Guzman has the tattoo on his chest, so that's a pretty easy way to decipher these two. These two are pros. First fight for Jerry Gagliardi. He's trying that left hand. And he slipped a couple of punches from Guzman, and while his landed, that left hand seems to be flashing, and he's trying to work the jab, but Guzman keeps that pressure consistent. And Jake Gagliardi, Jake Gagliardi, trying to land that left hand, Paul, and Guzman is just keeping his distance, it looks like.
Well, they're just a little excited here, both fighters, and they're swinging a little well. Gagliardi's doing very well, waiting for an opportunity to punch. There's a nice combination right there. Guzman is swinging pretty well, which is dangerous for Gagliardi. Now they're opening up. They're really throwing some leather here now, getting a little callous because it's their first pro fight. They're a little nerved up and very anxious in there. It's
the left hand landed to the body, landed by Guzman. Could have taken its toll on Jake Gagliardi, but Gagliardi's coming back now. He's got to keep his hands up, it looks like, Paulie. Those punches by Guzman to the body seem to be bringing his hands down.
Yep, Gagliardi now is moving in and getting some good punches into Guzman, but they're just a little excited. It's his first pro fight, and he's got to put himself together. He's getting a little nervous in there, and he's starting to put himself together. Guzman seems to put up a left leg once in a while. He's going to do a little karate here. I don't know what is happening. But Guzman did land some heavy punches in there, but Gagliardi is waiting to get some good combinations in there.
Gagliardi's trying to put together some punches. He seems to be leaning a little bit, and Guzman seems to be waiting for him. Guzman looks a little bit tired, though. Now is Gagliardi's chance. There's a left hand.
Yep, Guzman is slowing down now. He seems to see the mouthpiece hanging from his mouth. He's getting tight and sloppy. His legs are getting weak. He's beginning to buckle. Now this is an opportunity for Gagliardi to start moving in. Very low blow there, low blow. That's a sign of being tired. His arms are weary. I don't think that was meant intentionally, but he's being disqualified and taking points away from Forrest. Gagliardi now should be able to move in and start getting some good combinations off there. And as we saw in the previous fight, a good left hook, a good right hand will be able to take this Guzman out. But Guzman is dangerous because he's swinging very wildly, and Gagliardi's got to watch out. He's going to get caught with one of those swinging punches.
Gagliardi landed a right hand. Looked like it wobbled Guzman a bit. Guzman had to go to the neutral corner as Jake Gagliardi got himself together there after the low blow. That was quite a first round of action for Gagliardi, it being his first professional fight. I'd have to, well, I'm not even going to score these ones, Paul, these fights here, Paulie. We're going to leave it up to the professional judges. Nevertheless, that was a good first round by both fighters. The left hand seemed to be landing for Guzman, but then the counterpunch by Gagliardi would land. So that one's going to be tough to judge.